Hi, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Susan here, obviously. It's coming on for 11:30 UK time on the 24th of November, 2024. Um, this is an unusual subject for me because, to be honest, I'm not really sure too much about what I'm talking about here, but it's about cryptocurrency. And I watched this morning a wee short video from Dick Alagaya on the futureforecastinggroup.com. Um, Now, I know that some people bought into crypto early, and I know that some people have made a lot of money out of it. Personally, I'm not into becoming a millionaire or making a lot of money out of that sort of thing. Good luck to those who are, and I know that some of them are using it to um, make the world a better place. Raising money for local groups, getting them off the grid and getting people off the grid, having that sort of thing. So I don't object to people following their dreams in any way. I'm not. It's just for me, I'm not looking at crypto to get rich. Um, so maybe that's why I've sort of held back a wee bit. But I mean, I did. Um, I know the baseline stuff about crypto, and I did try to buy £100 worth just for the sake of getting started. But when I tried to fully register with a company, because I'm working like I am now with a PC and a webcam, independent webcam, um, rather than try and use an app on my phone, which would probably be better, I had problems taking a photograph of my ID. I think that was the reason. I don't know. I don't know what the reason was, but anyway, it kept refusing me and saying it couldn't. And I even emailed the company and asked them for the problem because it kept telling me you haven't finished your registration. I can't. So I took that as a bit of a sign from the universe that wasn't the time for me. But I did try, so I sort of have an account there. But then the other thing was that the bank, or it's actually a building society that I bank with, emailed what about a year more ago, notified all the customers that it wouldn't allow you to buy cryptocurrency. What? My money? If I had been keen on buying it, I would have changed banks because, and interestingly, that bank has now said we need to verify your information to maintain your security online. Now, most of that information they already had, my name, address, all of these sort of things. I had no problem making sure that all of these were correct, my email address, blah, blah, blah. And then the last question was, and your income before tax. What? Why does my bank need to know my income before tax? Just take my money and use it as I suggest and give me it back when I want it. My income before tax has got nothing to do with my identity. It just tells you the money that I'm expected to get in. And if I all of a sudden put a couple of grand extra in, you're going to start asking questions. No, sod off. If you push this, I'll change my bank account. Anyway, it also gets me to the point that things are changing within the monetary system, the banking system. So as I say, I saw this wee video for Dick Alligator, and uh, something that's been crossing my mind for a while, because I did actually purchase a small um, workshop or trainer package, call it what you will, from beyondmystic.net. I haven't gone through it yesterday. I haven't gone through it yet. Whew, words. But I'm planning on doing that really soon now because, as I say, I have a bit of the background. I've got some of the words, but I would like to know how to open a wallet, keep it safe, etc. Am I going to dig my heels in and say, I'm not having this, I'm going to have cash? To a certain extent, yes. And this is where I struggle because already, in effect, I'm using an online currency. For local shops and local businesses and local tradesmen that I can see face to face, I will use cash. I prefer using cash. They prefer using cash. For the big boys, the supermarkets and the national companies, um, yeah, then I'll use my card and pay online because you can't send them cash. You know, I have to admit, I get my shopping. I nearly said my messages delivered, but that's a Scots term, and it's an old Scots term. I don't know if many new Scottish people use it. So when I get my messages delivered, um, I can't hand the driver the £82 in cash or whatever it happens to be. I'm lucky these days if it's £82. But anyway, I digress. Always, I digress. So, in effect, because I'm paying online, what's the difference between it having a pound sign and a crypto sign? Um, it's an exchange. It's a token for an exchange of energy. So they talk about, oh, but every transaction can be monitored by crypto. Yes, it can. But as you can see from my bank experience, every transaction's been monitored by my bank anyway. Especially if they now want to know what my annual income is. To be honest, it's really difficult to work out because I'd have to get my pension slip, and because I'd get taxed on my private pension. It's a private pension, it's a small civil service pension, but it's enough to take me over the, what is it, 12,500 a year income. Therefore, the bop up tax code on it. So I'd need to get that work out because they want to know before tax, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, every time you buy something, they know about it anyway, except for your wee bit local. And how much do you use it for the cash for the local shops? I try, but to be quite frank, locally, there's not a lot of choice unless you travel and you go, you go to the big shops, but then you're back in the big half dozen market again of ownership of all these multinational shops. So uh, they know what you're buying. The limit, I've just heard recently of somebody whose bank, and I don't know which bank it was, wouldn't allow them to purchase precious metals. The big fuss. He had to change his bank to buy gold and silver. Fortunately, I don't have any money anymore, but when I did and I bought a wee bit, I got away with it. But now they're preventing that. Excuse me? So it does make me wonder what the difference is between having your exchange token with a pound sign or a dollar sign or a euro sign or whatever happens to be your currency, as opposed to a crypto sign, Bitcoin or XRP or whatever it happens to be. It's just an exchange of currency. Of course, if we all go over to crypto and anything happens with the online service, and I'll admit I've been in supermarkets in these big buildings where there's so much concrete that I couldn't get a signal. What happens if you kind of get a signal on your phone to pay for it? So yeah, I do begin to wonder, um, is our online, secure enough to be able to do this? But then we're doing online banking anyway. So that's where my dilemma has come. I'm going to spend a few days working through and trying to understand the small workshop that I've got. And because I think it's better being informed than not informed, because only when you're fully informed can you make choices and can you understand the process rather than blank off to. I like to know things. I like to understand things. Some things I'll never understand, but then have a gut reaction to whether it's right or wrong. And I go with that. I know that we need to live our life at the moment, and we love and be happy as best we can because everything else is gone. So yes, that's where I am. So it's food for thought for a Sunday morning. Crypto or no crypto, whatever your thoughts are, I think it's moving that way. China's just announced that they passed a law to make owning crypto lawful, legal. And of course, Trump's announced that when he comes in, he will um, start a cryptocurrency market. And of course, what we really need to know is how to keep that safe. So our own wallet, keeping it in. I've spoken long enough. That's 10 minutes. Nobody wants to listen to me for more than 10 minutes. So thank you for watching anyway already. And as always, Sunday afternoon, if you can get out and about, good. But live, love, and most of all, be happy, folks. Thanks for tuning in.